We started off turn one. We had a choice of Fanny, Fanny, or Tiny. We took Evella. We took the Fanny. We're actually going to sell, buy 2 Polywoggles, and then take the Vole. Here's a mouse. So we want animals and evil characters. We're just hoping to get a swap here, or like a sleigh here, into something better. Doesn't look like we will. We just didn't have a lot of great options, and the Fanny didn't look like it was going anywhere. We'll grab another animal. We'll actually grab another animal. Just grab as many animals as we can. So the evil characters are the ones that get the buff. So we'll keep it in back, let this get buffed, and when it's a 4-4, hopefully it will be able to slay something. We have Skip, who starts off at level 3, so probably has some bigger characters. We have a very weak board in terms of stats. There's not a lot of 1 toughness things. Unfortunately, yeah, it's only the evil characters, so these other animals aren't going to get buffed from the animals dying. Hopefully on turn 3 we start seeing some better things. Maybe some more evil characters put in back. We do have enough animals that we could, if we throw some evil characters in back, we could start to see some power from the Evella, but I think our rolls haven't been great. Although, these aren't too bad. And if we don't slay this turn, that's fine, because next turn will be a little more powerful. We don't have a Mim. Mim is, the ultimate thing we're looking for. Oh, not that one. Come on. Oh, come on. No! No, we just got the worst hits. We would have loved to slay this. I guess. We don't mind going to the next turn, though. I think we'll just take a Lucky here for economy, and then we'll put another cut person back. We're just going straight economy here. Still hoping for these slays to work out, but it's unlikely that they do. These will be 4-4s, and hopefully they can get some slays as well. Although one of them dies, the other one will be 5-5 even. Lucky's just here to reduce the cost. The earlier you get Lucky, the better it is, because reducing the cost of low-level characters is more reliably worth gold than later in the game when you're unlikely to just want to buy any given character. So if a Lucky hits a 2-drop, it's just a free gold because you can buy and sell it. But if it hits a 3, you can just buy it and hold on to it. And given that we don't have a full board, it's worth just buying some random things. Maybe you can pair them. Maybe you can just sell it, back for the same amount of gold. But when you get later in the game, it really falls off because if it hits a 6-drop you don't want, it just has no value. You're not going to buy the 6-drop and just hold it for no reason. Okay, we gave them a nice easy slay, but we got one in return. Oh wow. Okay, so we're gonna lose the fight. Now we got, I think, 2 slays and we got to transform. This is actually a very nice animal to get. Here's another animal. I think that means we take this one just because it's a pair. I think we actually want to cast this to, no, we don't want to cast that to hit everything. Don't do stupid stuff like what I just said. Do I want to cast 2 spells? Probably. Those are fine spells to cast. I think that means we just take Cinderella. I will eventually cast spells enough to get her to the next level. So the animals dying buffs the evil characters. These are the evil characters. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'd like the evil character. We'd like the donkey to trigger when things have cleared out a little bit, so maybe we'll put this at the very back. Snelling these lines makes the most sense, I think. And I don't think we want any of these, so we're not going to pause. There's no sense pausing for stuff you don't want, even if they're reduced cost. I think even at these reduced costs, we're not interested in them. Oh, the evil queen is going to be tough for us. Yeah, well, we're going to die to that, just barely, one health. And since it's upgraded, we take extra damage. Here's our own evil queen, I think we're going to grab. We get a free gold. I don't think any of these are super interesting. I guess the buff to evil characters might be something. Yeah, it goes in the back also. think we want another one of those is nice. We could sell Cinderella and we could sell the Poliwaggle. Throw this in. Buffing some evil characters, and then we'll keep this other one in the back. I think the gold is still better than the buff to these evil characters. I think, although it's a little, makes us a little weaker. We're gonna be at 4. Yeah, I think we'll just take the econ chance here. It's a little weaker fight-wise, but only a little bit because a 1-5 isn't that good. Still, we keep sort of running into that issue. We don't want to turn anything good, obviously. And these are all pretty strong. The Evil Queen should be pretty strong, like we saw in the last fight. They had an upgraded one, so they were getting +4/+4. But this gets buffs from the animals, so it gets a little bigger also. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 evil characters, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 animals. So that's like 15, 17, I think, is like its max size. Oh, that was obviously not exactly what we're looking for. Oh, that was some lucky hits right there. We got one sleigh, pretty good. We win a fight. We're all the way at, well, we had 20 health. I didn't realize we were so low, but... Okay, we'll take the 4-drop treasure. Characters on front row, I think, is a worthwhile buff, given what we're going for. I don't think another lucky is going to be where it's at. The Evil Queen might be. It's temporary, but I think it's worth a look. We can cast this on this character. It's only worth 1 gold, really. We're unlikely to cast a different spell this turn. Oh, well, now we can't cast a spell. Should we get on the Blind Mouse? No, I don't think we want to bother with that. Oh, here's the Evil Queen. How do we get there? Sell the 2 donkeys, maybe? Sarcophagus is great with this evil build. Plus the lucky, for whatever reason. Do we want to throw things up front? Yeah, let's throw things up front, right? Because they just get a buff. So we'd prefer that these, you know, have the extra chance to slay. Yeah, this doesn't require evil characters in the back, it just makes them protected. But since these are all evil, I think we're fine like this. I think we just got a lot more powerful in given fights. And we have a decent shot, I'd say. Oh, wow, and they got a little unlucky there because it sniped their adventurer before it could attack. Yeah, no, our Evil Queen's just too big. This is what happens with Evil Queen early in the game. It just gets very, very big. Unfortunately, these aren't great. We can actually grab this and just make this a 2 gold. You know, free 2-fer. I will grab an extra support. We can't. That's not even that good. And we'll grab this here. And yeah, we have 3 pairs now, plus some really nice spawner characters that go with our Evil Queen, as well as a Sarcophagus. We also have the supports to buff kitties, which will hopefully get some slays. And we'll be on 5 soon. The Evil Queen does fall off pretty quickly, it's important to note. So we do need a different build. You know, when we get a higher level, maybe we'll transition into some kind of thing with books or mummies to help utilize, you know, the fact that we still want to be evil for a little bit. You know, our front row is all animals, which is really nice. Buffs our backline. We could take some, if we find anything like a Sporko, which is range, any kind of ranged evil character is really nice. Even like a Spell Weaver. It's probably a little late for a Shadow Assassin, although we do have 2. We have 2 Slay characters. Wow, that's obviously a snipe that really hurts us there. We do win the fight, which is nice. So it doesn't actually, I mean, this doesn't give any permanent buffs, so the fact that it died didn't really matter. We'll take the upgrade here. I think treasure map is great, especially if we can level these things. And we get the XP, so now we're on 5. Oh, these two are slays. Yeah, let's grab this. I wonder if we want this 5-drop. We grab a 5-drop. These are animals. We grab a 5-drop and another 5-drop. We can get close to a 7. Yeah, so we'll grab the 5-drop. So it's a little bit... We're going a little deep on that. Obviously, we could get... We'll take a 6-drop, I think. Here. I wonder if this is better than summoning a 5/5 sheep on average. I'd say probably. It's probably better. It's not evil, so it doesn't buff this and doesn't get the toss around. Neither is the second one. But a level 6 can just be so many things, and they're all way stronger than a 5/5 sheep. Even though that does get another fling. Yeah, I think we're going to try this. It's not clear to me. Maybe it's obvious to everyone else. I don't know what the average 6 is. But if it's an evil 6, obviously, we still get the fling, we still get the buff. There's a few things going on. We'd love to get some slays here, get a little extra gold. We did not get those slays. There we go, we get double slay there, though. Oh, this being ranged is also very nice too. It gets buffed by... I guess this is the other ranged evil character I was thinking of that I couldn't get to. But it gets buffed from the animals that die. Okay, here we go. We got a buy here. Oh, this is another 5-drop that we could triple. We can't do this. We can't. We can't waste our slay on the triple. Oh, waste our treasure on the... Wow, they really want us to buy this. I would have loved this, you know, any other turn. But we can't do it here. We just can't. It's killing me inside. And I think we actually want this here. I think the extra slay is nice. These aren't likely to survive attacks anyways. And I think it's better to have the range thing get buffed rather than these things. And I think, given that, is it better to have the extra animal because we get more buffs? Probably not. And I imagine if this one isn't better, this one isn't better either, so we want something like this. We'll try this. Yeah, a little disappointing in terms of seeing the cat, but taking a 4-drop treasure instead of a possible 7. If we see a mirror, it's so good with sarcophagus, and it's just so good with everything in the game. If we see, I don't know, there's a dozen really, really good level 7 treasures. That's not true. I think it's only 5 level 7 treasures too. But whatever we get, we'll be very happy with, I think. So we're going to try to aim towards that. We have a lot of opportunities for that. Okay, they're getting some stuff going off. Okay, so they actually get knocked out here. They had an interesting board. Mainly what they did was deny us some slaying, though. Okay, so this also gives us an avenue to a level 7 treasure. It does feel like we're going really hard on the level... This is a level 6 treasure. Are we supposed to get that? Or do we really want this level 7? I really want the level 7. I'm going to be a bit greedy for it. Yeah, so... I mean, we'll have to remember that, you know, depending on how this game goes, that we passed up on a level 6 treasure and the chance to make our board a lot more powerful, but I don't know. It's so good to get a level 7. I think it's significantly better than a 6. And we have 3 things where we just need 1 more. And I think that puts us in a pretty interesting position. I actually wonder if the sheep is better than... the evil queen. The evil queen is getting, I guess it's getting plus 16, and maybe these get some evil spawns as well. So maybe not. Yeah, these are a little small. These are unlikely to get any slays at this point. Maybe it's better to put this in. Yeah, we'll try that. Wow, very big Cupid here. No, we got the Slay on the Cupid. Some very big range characters as well. We do take them out. We win a fight, which is great. Please show me these level 7s. Level 6 again. I'm gonna sell a cat, I think, and grab a book. Really like a mummy here, too. Can I sell another cat and grab a mummy? And we gotta be over this kitty at this point. Let's just see if we can get another roll. More cats. They really want us to get cats. We're supposed to take all these, I think. Let's pause. We'll grab the mummy next turn. We'll grab the pumpkin. Those are really good with the sarcophagus. They're really good with the... really just everything we have. Can we sell 5 things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. No, we can't put a board together that way. No, we'll just do this. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible we should have just taken a level 6 treasure a while ago, and then we wouldn't feel so limited. We could just be buying the best things. I'm really trying to get the mirror, but, you know, we might just reach the point where we sit here and say, oh, well, we lost out on so many things. Oh, wow, and this tree actually protects their backline really nicely. They had a lot of things survive with very little health. Okay, grab this. And we'll sell this to grab this. We'll do some rolling. Okay, I think we're going something like this on board. Maybe it's this. We don't have many animals left. This is still an animal. It's a bunch of flings. I mean, I think the range characters are good back here. I wonder if we're supposed to buff a monster. No, we want ouch for a 5. This is level 6, so we have a decent chance to die. So if we might just die with this treasure chest or treasure map and feel really silly. But and we're trying to make something happen, you know? And we have everything we have. All these last breaths are incredibly good with Mirror, which is the one we're really, really hoping for. And if we don't get that, and we get, say, Holy Grail, we can do a lot of rolling. Even if we get Excalibur, we have pretty decent treasures. We can just roll for some really nice evil characters and go full evil build that way. Or we might just end up losing. I mean... Okay, so we do take out a couple of their Echo Woods early. It's going to be hard to predict what's going to happen here because we're going to throw out so much damage that, I don't know, I think we... I mean, the problem is their one thing, their broccoli is huge. We do turn things to stone. Oh wow, that's gonna barely survive with 3 health, so we take 7 damage. That's always tough. Please let me get a level 7 treasure. That's all I want. Okay, here we go. Let's make it count. I think we want all these things up front. I think the monster book might be better than the cat because something's going to spawn in place anyways. Wow, here's another level 5 we could get. I don't even know if this is worth it. I think we might be past this point. So it'll be feel really silly if we die right after we get the mirror. But we put a lot of power on board. It's actually hard to see how much power we put on board. I think we want these up front. Because we're going to summon extra characters, which means this gets extra buffs. We're going to cast extra spells. This is going to spawn extra things. It's only the starting characters, right? Yeah. But these would have summoned so many things. I don't think maybe we should have waited for that. I don't think we need to. Well, they have a pretty incredible board, though. So we get a second bite at the pumpkin apple, which is a weird way to phrase that, but it dying early is usually really bad. They're going to get a pretty full board of whatever this pumpkin summons. And we're going to get a starting row. I think ours is better, though. Looks like they might die with the treasure map, too. This was actually a closer fight than I thought it would be. But yeah, we barely get them. We're in the top 4, it looks like. Top 3? Okay, I'll take that. We could really use another mummy. I think we want a knighthood something. I think it's probably a pumpkin. Is that worth it? It does spawn a lot of things. Making them upgraded seems really nice. Was it worth it just to get more mummies? Or books even? Yeah, we're gonna do this just because I think we need to be strong on this turn. And I think this is our best shot. This is actually probably pretty weak at this point. We might want to get rid of this. Although it was a 50-50 last round. And it could get even bigger. I mean, you do sort of want this to have more board space, but I don't know. We have a few chances for this to summon. If these things don't die early, you know, this dies first, it resummons itself as a regular one, which makes the upgrading not great. But I mean, this is the board you want if you're going this type of build with the mirror sarcophagus. What do they have? Okay, unfortunately they have a sleigh build, which is really good against a build that tries to attrition. Because they might just end up with one giant thing that we just can't get through. Oh, yeah, we got lucky because we really don't want that Medusa to get a shot. Okay, so they're going to summon a mummy, which is going to wipe our entire front line. It's actually good for us when they're non... Oh no. Oh, it's gonna tie? Yes! Wow, we got a tie! We are so lucky. Okay, and we get to upgrade our mummy. Oh, we're gonna mimic on the sarcophagus and the mirror. I can't even pretend to actually know what that means in the context of the mirror. We actually want the polymorph for next round. I think we want it badly enough, we'll just put a wombat in, buy one thing and save. This might be stupid, but yeah, I don't actually know what this does with mirror. I don't know if it means it'll spawn twice or what. And since most of them, we'd like more books then. And mummies, because the idea is that if they're going to spawn in place, we don't want it to also have another spawn ability, because then you'll just get overstuffed with them, I think. is going to be the issue. If we find another pumpkin, we'll probably rotate one of these out. This ability isn't super strong at this point. We don't even know if we'll win this round. We've been, you know, skating by. I think this was the pan. We do get the upgraded sarcophagus as well. So it's going to come down to what they summon in the back again, I think. But yeah, it looks like it summons 2 copies. They got some nice summons. I mean, Medusa's always nice. But yeah, we'll have enough here. Oh, this... Oh, because it died, it summoned 2 wombats and a 6. Yeah, that's really strong. Oh, we couldn't get top 2, okay. Yeah, we'll take the upgraded wombat here. None of those do enough. I mean, do we want this? Yeah, you know, we'll assume that if we get to the next turn, we'll want these. Maybe. That gives us another chance at a 5. Maybe a 5's better than the sarcophagus at this point. I think we want the book to go first, because these spawn in place. It's not even clear to me that we shouldn't have this in the back, and it's better as a upgrader spawner that's protected, but then we'd want a better character up front. Yeah, there could be a mimicked 5 that's better than... Sarcophagus seems very strong, but there could be a mimicked 5 that's more powerful than it. I don't know what that would be here, but I imagine it could exist, and consolidating this power seems good. Maybe? Or maybe it's not good? Now that I think about it, because we like the 2 range characters. I don't know, we'll see if we make it past this round, and then we'll see if it matters. Okay, so getting a pig there is nice. Not getting these taken out is nice. We'd love this to get attacked, yes. Beautiful. So we're just flinging out so much damage. I think we have a good shot. And now we're summoning so many drops. They're basically an all stats build, and we put a lot of stats on board in the form of these things up front, I think. Although this isn't decisive in any way, right? This is very close. Did that not take damage? Well, we won this just barely, and since we fought the clone last round, we're going to fight this other thing? Wow. Yeah, we're going to take the mittens. I think that's stronger than... Flinging out 6 is a little bit weaker, I think. What does this cast? Anything interesting? Just a fireball. I think another mummy up front is actually better than the pumpkin. I think we'd rather the pumpkin goes in back and can trigger once more things have died. Because the pumpkin was just triggering spawning itself, which wasn't super helpful. It was basically if it was just summoning the copy of itself, it was just missing an opportunity. And then we want this further back as well. Yeah, so we're just gonna get a lot of exploding mittens procs, and we're doing a lot of AoE damage basically, and we're just gonna hope it's enough to take down the whole board. It's possible they have a board that's just really big, and this is just not a good comp against things that are just, you know, 200s. It also might not be great against this thing. It does take out the Baba Yaga though, which is a decent part of their power. Getting some mummies back, which are just continuing to trigger and do a lot of damage to their backline, although it looks like their Echo Wood is about to grow. the issue we're going to have is this thing grows 40-40 whenever it attacks. And that means the thing behind it grows 40-40 as well. So the only time we're going to have a chance is when the Echo Wood attacks. Because then they're not gaining power for that brief interval. It looks like they might just outscale us here, though, is the issue. Oh, and that attacking, unfortunately, is going to lock us out. This was a really cool build. I'm really happy we got there. It's unfortunately bad against Yomogang. It would have been good against almost... I think almost anything else loses to this. Here. We got 32 things. I love this build. I'm definitely uploading this video just because of how fun this build was. I love the mittens, I just love everything. All these treasures. These are like my 3 favorite treasures in the game. So, and I love Mummy, so getting this together was great. We could have got something better for this Baba Yaga. Really, these last 2 things could have been better. We also could have, maybe Medusas are just like where it's at with some of these things. Would have allowed us to, you know, destroy those boards. That really gave us trouble. And on the last turn, maybe we could have rolled, instead of buying the... I think maybe it was fine to buy the Baba Yaga because that gave us the mittens, but we could have looked for maybe a polymorph, because taking out either of those 2 characters, I think, gives us a chance. Although, actually, taking out the Echo Wood there, if the Yomogon attacks every turn, I think it's impossible for us to beat. I think the only chance we have is when the Echo Wood attacks in between it, and then eventually we can maybe attrition down the Yomogun, or it attacks into like the apple tree gets blown up, and then eventually we can attrition down the Echo Wood. But yeah, it was tough. I mean, that was a tough one. If we, if we got a polymorph off the book, we never found more books to upgrade off of. That would have been a really good one. Because like the Mummy, it doesn't take up a spot, but casting 2 spells and that 3rd spell is very, very powerful.